Monument Hill.
All right, no, one more thing.
Yeah, can we go up there? No?
When we go in,
Are we going to get arrested if we go up there?
you don't need to get
Did you
shot.
arrest us all?
This is the very last thing that happens before the breach. You've got Ray Epps whispering into this guy's ear, and this is the moment of breach. You know, if you were the January 6th committee, wouldn't you want to know what Ray Epps whispered into that individual's ear? And here, this is the moment of breach. Epps, part of the breach squad. So, I mean, this is just the information that has been pieced together by citizens, by small media outlets. Imagine if we actually had the powers of the January 6th committee, the powers of the federal government to understand why Ray Epps, the evening of the 5th, is out telling people dispassionately, professionally, with laser focus that the objective is to enter the United States Capitol building. And then on the 6th, it's not the Proud Boys who engage in the initial breach. It's Ray Epps at that precise moment. Now, Ray Epps was originally on the FBI's list of most wanted individuals after the initial events on January 6th. But then the day after, Revolver News publishes an explosive report about Stuart Rhodes, who's involved with the Oath Keepers, then all of a sudden Ray Epps' name falls off the list. We've sent letters asking questions about that unexplainable circumstance, and the FBI and the Justice Department have given us no illuminating information. But it wasn't just Ray Epps who appears to be on video animating violence this day in the absence of consequence. Please play the next clip. Here you have fence being cut, removed by this individual right here with the backpack. Look, professionally, not whipped up in the crowd, just taking fence down. Now, just moments ago, Congresswoman Green and I went to this specific location outside, and we demonstrated how easy it could have been that an individual might have listened to the president's remarks, arrived at the breach site, seen that fencing was removed, and then might have been drawn into a place that they weren't supposed to be and maybe never intended to be. But that individual, the fence cutter that we saw in that last video, nowhere on the FBI's wanted list. No evidence that person's been questioned. January 6th committee doesn't want to talk to them. Why would that person be doing something that so dramatically impacted the acuity of the criminal conduct and then no consequence?
Ray Epps, an Arizona man seen in widely circulated videos telling Trump supporters on multiple occasions to go into the Capitol, also seemed to have acted on his own.
I don't even like to say it because I'll be arrested.
Well, let's not say it.
We need to go, I'll say it.
All right.
We need to go in to the Capitol.
Let's go!
Unsurprisingly, he was on the FBI's most wanted list and was referred to as Suspect 16 for some time.
FBI WFO is seeking the public's assistance in identifying those who made unlawful entry into the U.S. Capitol building on January the 6th.
But now, Suspect 16 has been scrubbed from the FBI website. Now, if you take a look at the Wayback Machine from archive.org, you can see that from January 8, 2021, all the way until June 30th, Suspect 16 was pretty clearly highlighted. But suddenly, on July 1st, he wasn't on the website any longer. Now, if he'd been arrested, he would still be on the website, just with arrested under his name, like others who have been apprehended. But he's not. He's just been scrubbed. This has prompted lawmakers to ask questions about whether or not there were FBI provocateurs who may have helped events on January 6th to go the way they did.
As far as we can find, this individual has not been charged with anything. Can you tell us, without talking about particular incidents or particular videos, how many agents or assets of the federal government were present on January 6th, whether they agitated to go into the Capitol, and if any of them did?
So I'm not going to violate this norm of the rule of law. I'm not going to comment on an investigation that's ongoing.
Now, the Capitol Breach database has no entries or listings for Ray Epps. To some, that's a pretty big red flag.
The ongoing mystery of Ray Epps, who repeatedly appears in videos encouraging and inciting an invasion of the Capitol on January the 6th, yet, for some reason, has not yet been indicted or charged, even as people with far less involvement have been.
Ray Epps is a free man. He has never been arrested or charged. Nearly 10 months after January the 6th, the FBI and Justice Department still refuse to comment on whether Epps has ever been served a search warrant.
The FBI's record when it comes to things like protests and provocations is not exactly squeaky clean. People can look up the history of COINTELPRO, infiltration, and other dirty deeds. If January 6th is such a pivotal date in U.S. history as it's being presented, surely questions like those surrounding Suspect 16 demand answers. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.